This is why you feel that you're the crazy one after leaving the narcissist. Everyone. I believe that the power of the mind is unparalleled, but what happens when that power is manipulated by others, particularly a narcissist? Today, we'll explore how a narcissist can plant the seed of doubt in your mind, making you question your sanity and what you can do to overcome it. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like your mind was playing tricks on you? That what you thought was real might not be? If you have, you're not alone. Narcissists are skilled at manipulating and distorting reality, making you question your thoughts, feelings, and even your sanity. This can be a traumatic experience, leaving you feeling isolated, confused, and overwhelmed. One way a narcissist can accomplish this is by planting the seed of doubt in your mind. They might say things like, "I never said that," or "You're just overreacting," making you question your memory and your ability to perceive reality. This can be a form of emotional abuse, and it can have long-lasting effects on your mental health. If you're struggling with this, it's important to know that you're not alone. Many people who have experienced narcissistic abuse feel like something is seriously wrong with them and that they're going crazy. But the truth is, the narcissist is the one who's manipulating you, not the other way around. This episode explains how a narcissist can make you question your sanity by planting the seed of doubt in your mind. We'll also discuss how traumatic experiences in childhood might lead to the development of an inner critic that can make it hard to interact with others. If this describes your situation and you have a hard time dealing with it, please share the challenges you've had in moving past the effects of narcissistic abuse. Once again, you're not alone, and hearing other survivors' stories might make them feel less isolated and more supported. There are lots of folks in the same boat as you. Let's start by figuring out why it's so hard for you to listen to your gut and have faith in your own judgment. Why do you worry so much about saying or doing something that would hurt other people's feelings or cause them to treat you the way the narcissist did? Just what makes you assume something is seriously wrong with you? To sum up the answers to these inquiries in a single word: gaslighting. You were subjected to intense gaslighting at the hands of the narcissist. The narcissist not only made you feel like there was something wrong with you, but they actually made you believe that you were insane, a lunatic, foolish, and broken. They've brainwashed you into thinking that you always have the wrong idea. Because of the narcissist's betrayal, you no longer have faith in yourself, which is the deepest hurt you can experience. They made you doubt your own sanity to the point where you couldn't even trust what you were saying to yourself. Because you believed that everything was incorrect, you began to censor your every mental output, including your emotions, ideas, words, and bodily sensations. It's hard to find words to express the depth of this trauma. Your own inner monologue made you feel filthy, and you were ashamed of who you were. You felt like getting rid of yourself, but you couldn't put your finger on why. The narcissist is responsible for making you feel like you have serious flaws as an individual. Perhaps you're baffled as to the narcissist's motivations. They acted in that way because it suited their needs. They couldn't abuse you as much as they wanted to if you weren't duped by the things they tried to make you do. So, they took the indirect route of making you feel like it was all your fault when the relationship started having problems. They painted you as the villain, saying you were to blame for everything that went wrong. Overall, the narcissist's actions not only hinted that you're broken and crazy, but they also convinced you of this. The greatest damage they did was to your sense of self-trust, which they completely shattered. You must realize that the narcissist's motivation for this behavior was to further their own goal of abusing you. To avoid internalizing a narcissist's negative projections, keep in mind that this is a real possibility when interacting with them. You may begin to take responsibility for any negative outcomes rather than looking at the narcissist's behavior critically. Their methods of deflecting responsibility can send you spiraling into madness or make you feel as if you've lost all sense of control. Understand that you're not at blame for experiencing feelings of insecurity. This issue is rooted in the narcissist's own self-doubt. Without recognizing it, their trauma becomes yours. They utilize gaslighting and manipulation to sound doubt and negativity in your mind. The narcissist's influence might magnify the effects of an existing inner critic. If you already have feelings of inadequacy, being the target of their negative projections may cause you to feel like you're under constant attack. Your narcissistic parent probably created this self-critical thought in your head by making you feel guilty for things that were not your fault. You must learn to identify the ways in which a narcissist affects your self-esteem. You shouldn't let their gloominess and finger-pointing undermine your self-assurance or rationality. The narcissist is projecting their own insecurities onto you, and that the negative thoughts you're having have nothing to do with who you really are. Realizing this is the first step toward reclaiming your independence and dignity. The stress of interacting with a narcissist can seriously affect your emotional and physical well-being. After being re-traumatized or injured by the narcissist, the critical voice inside your head will be amplified to destructive levels. If your partner or parents made derogatory comments to you, such as calling you insane or telling you that there was something wrong with you, this voice might serve as confirmation of such statements. The narcissist will only serve to reaffirm your worst fears, leading you to believe that you are fundamentally flawed. It's unfortunate that things don't often improve immediately once one partner leaves a narcissistic relationship. Actually, it's not uncommon for it to make things worse. It's natural to feel like your world has fallen apart after experiencing trauma. It's also natural to be reluctant to talk to people or share your story. This apprehension originates from worrying that others will judge you as crazy or mentally sick. Under the narcissist's sway, you may begin to question your own thoughts and feelings, developing a crippling fear of your own intellect and voice. It's crucial to understand that the narcissist is responsible for implanting these negative thoughts in you and that they don't really represent who you are. You can restore your sense of self-worth and learn to trust your own experiences once you recognize the narcissist's impact on your mental and physical well-being. Healing is possible, but it will require time and work. When narcissists start gaslighting you, your mind will begin to spin out of control, and you may begin to wonder if perhaps it is you who is actually insane. Exactly, why did I say that? Why was it necessary to say that? I should have just kept quiet. Why didn't I? This is how the effects of such egotistical, maddening behavior may haunt you and drive you mad. You can't get that voice out of your head unless you admit how wrong and crazy you are. You must realize now that you're not crazy. You've been duped into thinking you're crazy. Little by little, the narcissist conditioned you to doubt your own judgment. They used your vulnerable cognitive state by convincing you that your feelings couldn't be trusted, effectively severing your connection between the two. This is the root cause of your confused mind and skewed perspective. Restoring equilibrium requires linking your rational with emotional processes. You can't only rely on your mind. Instead, listen to your intuition. It's the one thing that has always been right. Flick the switch back on and reconnect with the lost piece of yourself. You will have faith in yourself again once you see it revive. Consider whether or not you can put your trust in the individual providing you with feedback. Is there something wrong with them? Is their feedback about you based on solid evidence? Were they familiar enough with themselves to know you? Irreconcilable with their own identities. How can someone so emotionally unstable, overly sensitive, and closed-minded pass judgment on you? Since they know nothing about who or what they are, how can their opinion be trusted? Asking yourself these questions and taking an impartial look at the situation will help you overcome feelings of uncertainty. This is all I can say in today's video. I'm hoping you learned something from it. If you did, please say so below, give this episode a like, and spread the word. Let's continue this conversation in the following one. Let the mending begin until then.
So guys, let's summarize today's video. Are you feeling like your mind is playing tricks on you? Do you doubt your own sanity? If you have experienced a relationship with a narcissist, you might be a victim of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse where the abuser makes you doubt your own memory and perceptions of reality, leaving you feeling isolated, confused, and overwhelmed. Today, we just explored how a narcissist can manipulate your mind, leaving you questioning your sanity and provide actionable steps you can take to overcome it. Gaslighting is a powerful weapon that narcissists use to manipulate you. They plant a state of doubt in your mind, making you question your own thoughts and feelings. They might say things like, "I never said that," or "You're just overreacting," causing you to question your memory and ability to perceive reality. The narcissist convinces you that you are insane, foolish, and broken. They make you believe that everything you say or do is wrong. The narcissist's goal is to break your sense of self-trust, leaving you feeling helpless and powerless. If you are struggling with this, you must understand that you are not alone. Many people who have experienced narcissistic abuse feel the same way. The first step in overcoming the effects of gaslighting is to recognize that the narcissist's behavior is not your fault. You are not broken, insane, or foolish. You are a victim of emotional abuse. The second step is to recognize the ways in which a narcissist affects your self-esteem. If you already have feelings of inadequacy, being the target of their negative projections may cause you to feel like you are under constant attack. Your narcissistic parent probably created these self-critical thoughts in your head by making you feel guilty for things that were not your fault. To break free from this cycle, you must learn to identify the ways in which a narcissist affects your self-esteem. The third step is to stop internalizing the narcissist's negative projections. The narcissist is projecting their own insecurities onto you, and the negative thoughts you are having have nothing to do with who you really are. You shouldn't let their negativity undermine your self-assurance or rationality. You need to realize that the narcissist's motivation for this behavior was to further their own goal of abusing you. The fourth step is to reclaim your independence and dignity. You need to learn to trust yourself again. You must start by listening to your own gut and having faith in your own judgment. You shouldn't worry so much about saying or doing something that would hurt other people's feelings or cause them to treat you the way the narcissist did. You must learn to identify your inner critic and silence it. You are not responsible for the narcissist's behavior, and you shouldn't allow their manipulations to control your life. So, in conclusion, gaslighting is a powerful tool that narcissists use to manipulate and control their victims. If you are a victim of gaslighting, you need to take action to overcome its effect. You must recognize that the narcissist's behavior is not your fault. Stop internalizing their negative projections and learn to reclaim your independence and dignity. Remember that you are not alone, and there are resources available to help you overcome the effects of narcissistic abuse. Well, please share your thoughts and experiences about this topic in the comment section below if you have anything to add. Really, your presence here is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this video.